Today for our tips video, we are going to clean the pasta machine. Stay tuned and see how quick and easy this can be to maintain your pasta machine. Alright, so I'm working at a very odd angle. I'm standing actually behind the camera today, so I'm kind of reaching around the camera. So if this seems like I'm feeling very awkward, it's because I am. So every time I go to use my pasta machine, the first thing I do, or I try to remember to do, is I keep this scrap of very soft, sticky white clay on the edge of my work tile, and I run it through. This will tell me if my pasta machine is clean or if I have residue from other clay or if I have dust. If I haven't used the machine in a while, dust will land on it. This will clean it up. And sometimes I'll run it through 2 or 3 times just to make sure I'm cleaning things. And this does pick up a lot of the dust and dirt and colors, the darker colors of clay. Another thing I do every time I use a dark color of clay, I gather up a wet wipe and I start by wiping it back and forth like this as I'm turning the crank. Whoops, sorry, bumped the tripod there. And then I reach under. Whoops, tripod is guaranteed to get in my way here. And I clean it. And this tells me, since I did this the last time I used dark clay and I'm still picking up stuff, my pasta machine is due for a thorough cleaning. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to unbolt this from my table. I'm going to take it out to where it's easier to film large things, and we are going to do a thorough cleaning of the pasta machine. Alright, so I've got my pasta machine out here on my dining room table where it's a little easier to work and a little easier to film especially. But I've unbolted it from my table, I've taken the handle off, that stuff's all over here. The things I need to clean with: I need my toothpicks, a wooden skewer from the kitchen, roll of paper towels, and some wet wipes. So just like my everyday cleaning, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe this down with a wet wipe. That's going to take up a lot of dirt. And we're going to do this again at the end. Now I've got my handle here because I'm actually now going to get a clean wet wipe. You're going to go through several wet wipes here, and don't be stingy with them. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to put my handle in. It's going to be a little, oops, got it sat down backwards from me. Come on. It's going to be a little awkward because I'm not on the table. Generally I would do this on my table, but I run the paper towel through it. I'm going to tighten this up and run the paper towel again through the pasta machine. Alright, that wiped off quite a bit of stuff. Now I want to turn this over, and I can see, I don't know if you can see or not on camera, but there's gunk in there, there's clay in there. There's quite a bit of clay in there. I try not to use anything that could potentially scratch the pasta machine rollers when I'm cleaning it. Put a piece of paper towel on the end of the skewer so it can help me to wipe this out. If you can't get in there with that, use the wet wipe, because the wet wipe will pick up more than the paper towel usually. You can also get in here with a toothpick. And it's just a matter of wiping out any chunks of clay that have gotten in here. There's also a ridge under here. It's easier when I'm not trying to make it so you guys can see it. I run a toothpick through there. The toothpick should be soft enough that it won't scratch anything, and I do the same thing on the other side. If I can get it where I can see it. I'm hoping you guys can see what I'm doing here. But I picked up more stuff there. In this little spot. This is a spot clay tends to collect. Especially if you haven't been careful about not running your rollers backwards. When you run rollers backwards, you tend to get clay in places you don't want it. And I can feel a gob of clay in there. There we go. See? That was in there. Clay does get in there from time to time. And it's been a long time since I've cleaned this, actually. I've been putting off cleaning this knowing I was going to be doing this video. Because this is a regular pasta machine, because it is made to work with food, it's relatively easy to clean. I'm not sure on some of the machines that are made specifically for clay how easy they are to clean. But that's pretty much it. I never break it down any further than this to clean it. That's it. I got all this out of there. And now I'm ready to go put it back on my table, just like when I got it new. And it's nice and clean and ready for many, many, many more pieces of clay to go through it. So I hope you found this useful. Be sure and check the blog post. I'll have photos and such on there. And I'll try and go into a few more details. Until next time, bye.